When I think of Mac, I think of the Apple logo.
The word that I think of when I think of Mac is going to be forefront because it seems to me that they're always on the forefront of technology, and I like the idea of being ahead of the curve.
When I think of Mac, I think of usefulness.
When I think of Mac, I kind of think of sleek because I feel like everything goes together and it's all kind of organized and laid out. And if you go to the Apple store, everyone will explain to you how to, I guess, mix everything together and sync everything and make sure all your Apple products are working together on the same wavelength.
I usually use my Mac in my apartment, and I also use it during most of my classes in the business school.
I mainly use my Mac for schoolwork, in-class research, and email correspondence.
I use my Mac at home, at school, on vacations, and I try to use Mac whenever I can if possible.
I use my Mac a lot in class because it's easier to take notes. I can't really write fast. And I use it, I'm a journalism major, so I use it when I'm writing all my articles. And then I'll use it even when I'm getting ready at home with music and everything on it.
I use my Mac multiple times a day throughout the day.
I use my Mac every day between 3 and 5 hours a day.
Typically, I use my Mac 3 to 4 times a week. I mainly only use it in class. I don't use it pretty much for anything else.
I use my Mac really often just because I'll use it for school or personal things or work online. So I'm using it basically most of the day whenever I'm doing things that are school related.
I originally chose to buy my Mac under the advisory of an older sibling of mine, and I feel like it has a lot of features that come with it that don't come with PCs.
I first purchased my Mac right before I went to college. I liked the idea of being able to download stuff without having to worry so much about viruses, and ever since I've been hooked.
I use Mac because it's more user-friendly and has a better user interface than PC, and it's also easier to keep away from spam and unwanted spyware, etc.
I chose to buy my Mac just because I knew that Apple had a good reputation, and if it ever needed service, I could go to the on-campus store, or I could go to North Park or the other store on Knox Henderson. And I just really like it because I have an iPhone also and an iPod, so it's really compatible with everything.
I use an iPod every day, and I like it because I guess it was the originator in its category, so I've just grown accustomed to using it since I've been using it for about 6 years now.
I do like Apple products. I have a couple things. I personally have an iPhone. I have an iPod Shuffle. I enjoy that my iPhone has unrestricted internet access, and I think the email is pretty good on it. I do, however, feel that Apple products are a little overpriced for what they are, and in the future I might look to buying something else.
I like Apple products because they're aesthetically pleasing and they're easy to use.